Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Danielle. I am a registered nurse working part-time right now, and I have two little boys, and this is my house, and I'm just trying to live a more simple life and stay on top of cleaning and do more cooking from scratch and growing our own food and just experimenting with different things to see what works for our family. So if you are new here and that all sounds good to you, I would love it if you would check out this video. You can give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel. That would all be so awesome and I would be so grateful. If you are returning, today's video is going to be similar to ones you've seen in the past. We're going to get some cleaning done. Today's video is actually going to be filmed over 3 days. The bulk of it is in the first day. There's something later on in the video that we get cleaned, and we actually get it cleaned professionally. We don't do it ourselves, but you're going to want to stick around and see that because it's really disgusting and I cannot believe how gross it was, and I feel so much better knowing how much cleaner it is now. Just night and day difference. It's just crazy. And then we're just going to kind of finish up a couple things on that third day that we started on the first day. So if that all sounds good to you and you want to clean along or just get some stuff done around your house while you're watching, that's awesome. Or if you just want to take this opportunity to sit down with some coffee or tea and have a little break, that's great too. Yeah, so let's get right into it and I hope you enjoy. We had some horseradish in our front garden that grew back from last season, and we don't really eat a lot of meat, so I don't think we have a lot of uses for horseradish. So I did decide to harvest some of it and have some fresh horseradish sauce in the fridge. I've read that you can do things with it, like put it in mashed potatoes and things like that. So I don't know, we'll give it a try. But anyways, it was my first time actually harvesting horseradish, and it's so hard to get out of the ground. The roots run so deep. They get, well, some of mine anyways got really long and skinny, and you really need a good shovel to get them out. And then I gave them a wash probably 2 or 3 times, and then they were sitting in my sink for a few days, which is why I wanted to get to this project today. But you can see even trying to get the skin off, like that tough sort of outer shell, it's also very, very tough, and cutting through them is very tough. None of these things I knew about horseradish. I can't say that I've really dealt with fresh horseradish before. It smelled amazing. If you like it, you would love the smell of it. If you don't like it, you probably wouldn't. And you'll just see here too, as I'm getting all the skins off, some of the ends, because it was sitting in my sink for a couple of days, they're just kind of shriveled up a little bit. So I'm just cleaning all those pieces off. So the leftovers that I have to work with are nice, fresh, clean pieces of horseradish. And then all these, all these skin pieces, I actually debated. I was like, I wonder if this would be good in my veggie scraps bag for my veggie broth, but I feel like that would probably be very overpowering in vegetable broth. So I just found a recipe on Pinterest. I can link it below for anyone who's interested. And basically, it actually was really simple to do. You just need a food processor or a really good blender. I just chopped up a bunch of the horseradish, and then you'll see in a little bit I added vinegar, sugar, salt, and there might have been one other ingredient. And you just blend it all up, and that's it, you're done.
Less burn than I remember.
Fresher?
I don't know. I'm not a horseradish connoisseur. Oh!
After Andrew did his taste test, I did decide to try and blend it a little bit more, or I guess process it a little bit more. I wanted it just a little smoother. I thought there were still a few too many chunks. And then I got it all into this little glass jar. This is not like an actual canning project or anything like that, because I was just planning to leave it in my fridge, so I didn't do any kind of water bath canning or anything like that. Just got my 1 jar of horseradish, which I'm sure will last us for a very long time, and we're good. I want to try growing some garlic next summer, and I've been reading that you're supposed to plant it in the fall before the summer that you want to harvest it. So we were down in Niagara in Ontario for a wedding, and we stopped at sort of a little farmer's market, and I picked up this beautiful head of garlic with really nice big cloves, because I've heard that the size of the clove is basically the size of the bulb you'll get, like how big the cloves will be on the bulb you'll get. And I read that what you want to do is you basically want to break apart the bulbs and store them for a couple days open the way they are now, but with the papery shell still on them. And so I'm doing that. I'm getting them into the bowl, and then at the end of the video it's 2 days later, and you'll see that we'll actually go ahead and get those planted into the ground. This frying pan had some olive oil that had kind of baked onto it in the dishwasher, and I know not to put these pans in the dishwasher when they have oil on them, because that's what happens. It just bakes in, it doesn't actually wash it, but I guess I was hoping maybe this time would be different. Anyways, I just grabbed some Barkeeper's Friend and my little scrubber there, my electric scrubber, and it took all that grease off really quickly. You could try to use a scrub brush with soap and water, but I had tried that and it wasn't working. I do have these black marks, I think from making sourdough English muffins one time, and they're like burned on cornmeal, I believe. And I've tried a number of things on those marks and have not been able to get them off. So if anyone has any tips or tricks, I am all ears, because they've been on for a while and nothing I've done has gotten rid of them. And you probably just saw, so I'm in my bathroom doing a clean now, and we had these cacti in this little bowl that was on our counter, and I thought that would be great in the bathroom because I thought they didn't need a lot of light or care, but apparently I was wrong, and they've all died. And Andrew was so tired of looking at these dead plants on the counter every time he went into the bathroom. So today was the day I finally just accepted the plant death and threw them out. So this night after all my chores were done, I thought I'd just give you sort of a quick glimpse of the supper I was making. I love all the colors in there. It means we're getting a nice variety of vegetables. And I was just using some Fairfelt pasta, and I was making a really easy dish with a white sauce made out of cashews. I forgot to get a picture of the sauce being made, but that is the final product, and we all loved it. Even the kids ate some of the noodles, not really the veggies. This is sort of the highlight of this video. So we decided to get our ducts cleaned. That's something I've wanted to do since we moved in. So the guy that we hired first kind of went around and snaked all of our vents upstairs, and look at all of this stuff that was coming out of the vents. I mean, that's pretty disgusting. And he just covered up our returns there so that he could do whatever it is he had to do in our basement at our furnace level. So this is his big machine that sucks all the gross stuff that's been in our vents that we've potentially been breathing in, and it goes into that bag. And this was the layer of dust and debris that was in our vents. That is our heater one, so not as bad, but that's his bag. He had to dump it 3 times to get all of that crud out. So I had to share these photos with you. He said of the hundreds of houses he's done, ours was top 10 for being the dirtiest. That's his bin full of just, I can't even, it's almost hard to look at because I just know that this has just been sitting in our house since we bought it 4 years ago, and it was just so gross. He ended up having to do 3 pass-throughs to get it to this level of clean, but he was really great, really professional, and I swear I feel like the air I'm breathing is better. That whole bag came out of our vents and our ducts. So if you haven't gotten your ducts clean, I highly, highly recommend it. He said usually he recommends doing it every like 3 to 4 years. So if we're still in this house in 3 years, we will definitely be calling him again. But I had to share that with you guys because I feel like that's like the biggest dirty to clean thing that happened in my house this week. And so then this is the next day, and I'm planting those garlic bulbs that I shared with you. So this is my front garden. We get the most sun in the front. We don't get a ton of sun in our back. We have really huge, beautiful, mature trees, but unfortunately that means a lot of shade. So we do most all of our vegetables in the front garden. So I'm going ahead and planting all the bulbs about 4 to 5 centimeters apart from each other or so, give or take, in this garden. And I guess we won't really know until next summer if I did this correctly and if they take and give us nice fresh garlic to have. Probably won't last us an entire year because I think if every single one of these sprouts, I would get maybe like 7 or 8 heads, and I don't imagine that would be enough for a whole year, but it's something and it's a start, so pretty excited about that. So that is it for today's video, which was really kind of 3 days of video. And I want to say thank you to everyone who made it to the end. It really means the world to me. If you haven't already, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing. If you want to leave a comment or a thumbs up or anything like that, obviously always appreciated. I am aiming to put out a video every Monday, and usually I film just sort of one day in the week and just kind of share what I'm doing on that day, but I'm doing stuff pretty much every single day, whether it's working outside the home or working inside the home. So I don't know if you guys like it when I share a little bit more from, multiple days through the week, or if you'd prefer just to see sort of my one big cleaning day for the week. I'm not sure. I'll kind of keep posting and see what sticks with you guys. But I'm having fun doing it. It's helping keep my home more organized and clean. My family's eating more home-baked meals, which is really what I wanted as sort of a positive byproduct for us.
So yeah, if you like it, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, do whatever it is that you feel comfortable doing. I will hopefully have another video up in a week. In the meantime, I have lots of other videos if you wanted to go back and get any more motivation for cleaning or cooking or baking or anything like that. And I really hope you are having a fantastic day, and I hope you have a fantastic week. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.